Skinit.com today. What's your skin?
Welcome back. It's been called the Queen of the Cowtowns, Buffalo capital of the world, Cowboy capital, wickedest little city in America. All names for Dodge City, Kansas. One of the most prominent towns. The railroad came through here in 1872, and that really changed life here. Buffalo hunting was prevalent, and then the cow trade. Big cow line run from Texas all the way to here in Dodge City, and now beef and agriculture are the top industries here in Dodge City. Let's take a look. Tom Luganbill, the first half highlights. Arthur Brown everywhere, wasn't he?
It's been the Brown brothers all along. Dodge City keeps saying how they're going to take it at him, but you better bring a lead blocker with you. And then look at the sideline to sideline speed. He's chasing plays down all over the field. And if it wasn't for the 5 illegal shift penalties in the second quarter, Bryce Brown, his younger brother, a 2009 class prospect, would be having all kinds of yards coming out of halftime, but he does have the single touchdown to give him the 7-0 lead entering into the third quarter. He's been all over the field as well, and these are the shift penalties we talk about, Dave. It's just run rampant. It's caused all kinds of problems. Hopefully they'll get that shored up in the locker room.
Several illegal shift calls in the second quarter. A real bugaboo for Bryce Brown and Wichita East, but they do have a 7-0 lead, trying to go 2-0 this season. Their photo night, Dodge City, Kansas. More to come.
It comes from stadium stairs at 5 in the morning, from suicides to your lung scream uncle, and two-a-days when it's hot enough to fry an egg on your forehead. It's sweat, and there's more to sweat than just water. No wonder, no water, no flavored water, no other sports drink on the planet helps put back what sweat takes out better than Gatorade.
Well, in all, Dodge City's won 5 straight, 21 of 23, head-to-head with Wichita East High School. But right now, Bryce Brown has the lone touchdown. He's the star junior running back, and it's a 7-0 lead for his Blue Aces. Welcome back to Southwest Kansas, Dodge City. Dave Ryan, Tom Luganbill alongside. Impressions for you in the first half, certainly penalties, as we saw a moment ago. The highlights were a big key, but what do you feel Dodge City has to do offensively to get on track here?
I think they've got to continue to move the pocket. We saw them do it there late in the second quarter. Got quarterback Brayton Meyer outside of the pocket. Get him to where he can see, and maybe they can throw some flood routes to the sideline. They're not getting anything done in the pocket in the passing game. If they become one-dimensional and all they do is try and pound away at Arthur Brown, they've shown that that has not been the recipe for success. So they've got to come up with some wrinkle here. And the razzle-dazzle we saw in the first quarter could help them out. Hopefully Brayton Meyer can get on track and they can give them some semblance of an offense.
So Kel Pick, the injured quarterback for Dodge City, said he was pretty sure Justin Burke, his head coach in the locker room, was getting the offensive line on the same page with a brand new quarterback, Brayton Meyer. And you know, as a college quarterback, if you aren't in sync with the offensive line, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, these offensive line players right now for Dodge City, their heads are swimming. They're really struggling right now. Too much team speed within the front seven, and it's not just Arthur Brown, it's Samonte Hill. They're really running rampant, and they're not getting blockers onto the linebackers. The front four for Wichita East is doing a great job keeping bodies off of Arthur Brown and the rest of that linebacking core.
So you've seen Arthur Brown now, live action for 24 minutes. What are your impressions?
My impressions are as he's exactly what we thought he was. He looks the part. He can run like crazy, and when you get a guy who's got a motor like him, as well as the ability to tackle in the open field, which he has shown tonight, you've got a special linebacker prospect.
So let's talk about the top 5 inside linebacker prospects, all part of ESPN 150, our top 150 players in the nation. Check it out, ESPN.com, ESPNU.com. Tom and his great staff put together these rankings, along with ESPN 25, the top 25 teams in the nation. So there's Arthur Brown from here in Kansas. He's thinking about, well, several schools. He's got every major 1A conference and the BCS all represented.
Oh, we like ATN Sabino as well. You saw second on the list. And then Andrew Sweat and John Major, both of them outstanding prospects, can play inside and outside. And we're excited that both of them are going to be playing in the ESPNU High School All-American game come this January on ABC, January the 5th. So pretty good looking group as the inside linebacking core comes out in the 2008 class.
That'll be an exciting week. Some of the practices, press conferences, all the news coming out of Orlando and the wide world of sports on ESPNU leading up to the game January 5th on ABC. A high school All-American game. What a big event that'll be. So the captains will meet again at midfield here. 12 minutes up on the clock. We play 12-minute quarters in high school football. And the Brown machine has been something to watch in this game tonight. We were a little concerned because Arthur had the twisted ankle and knee last week, whether it be 100%, but he has played like a man possessed in the first half tonight.
If he's only 90%, I don't want to know what 100% looks like, because he's looked really good. And we've seen some times, and I want to touch on this because as reckless as he is and what a great motor he does have, he does not know how to use his hands all the time. Sometimes he can just be a wrecking ball type of guy, and he's got to learn how to shed blocks a little bit, maybe see and improve his recognition skills in terms of where the ball is going. He relies so much on that speed and athleticism to be able to get to the football. That's not necessarily going to be the case at the next level.
Had a nice chat with Arthur this week and Bryce on the phone leading up to the game, and Arthur told us it's just been a great experience to try to learn as much as possible about the recruiting process. And Bryce said, look, I've got my older brother to model after, so I'm seeing everything that he goes through. And as Bryce told us, when I learn that I'm not interested in a school, I'm going to tell that coach right away and be as straightforward and honest as possible.
It's the best way to handle it. Then you know that you've done the right thing. The program, I think, respects that, and you can move on. And we've talked about Arthur having to, get down to 16 schools. Well, when you've got 30 to 40 to choose from, that's not an easy decision because he's eventually going to have to take all 5 of his visits. So taking his time, really learning what the process is all about.
It's not easy. Here's Zach Brown set to kick off and start our second half. Addison Winger. He's the deep man to receive. Brown the boot. And that's out of bounds. And that'll be a penalty. Unfortunately, with the penalties, we start where we left off in the first half.
At least it's not a legal shift.
Yes. It is a procedure call, though.
We have a free kick out of bounds. That's a dead ball foul. They've elected to take the ball 1st and 10 on the 35.
So that is where the Red Demon offense will start. Led by their quarterback, Brayton Meyer. We heard from Cale Pick, the injured quarterback for the Red Demons. He's worked hard with Brayton to try to crash course type level to teach him the offense from a quarterback standpoint. Just can't be easy. First play from scrimmage, second half. Bad snap. Meyer covers it all the way back to the 16-yard line of Dodge City.
Dave, I think I see what they were trying to do there. They wanted to spread them out a little bit, get back to some of the things they were doing in week 1 with Cale Pick under center, and this was not something they anticipated because that's what they're normally used to doing, playing from the shotgun. Not the most positive way to start out the second half if you're behind 7 points as Dodge City is right now.
Loss of nearly 19, Tommy, on that play. And Ray Frazier, senior at 6'1", 215, captain and a real spark plug of this team we told you about. First to hop on Brayton Meyer. Officially loss of 17 yards. Quarterback draw, look out. He is slammed immediately out. Riffle nails him. Another loss. Loss of 1 there. Riffle, the junior at 5'10", 220. That was like running into a brick wall.
if Brayton Meyer could have taken a half step just to set this up for a second and gone inside the lane right there,